Hi guys, welcome to another video in the CAT preparation video series. I am Chavi Gupta, I am an IIT Delhi and I am Ahmedabad Alim, and I was also the 100 percentiler in CAT 2017. For today's video, we will talk about how to prepare for CAT when you are studying by yourself. That means you are not joining any coaching, you are doing self-study. So I will majorly talk about few aspects. One would be the resources that are required for you. Second would be the overall study plan from probably start of the year in January till November end when your exam actually holds. Third would be giving you some tips on what should be your daily schedule like. And the fourth would be the other things that you need when you are doing self study. For example, the motivation that you need, and quite a bit more. So let's just get started.
Before getting into the four aspects of what really to do to succeed in your self study, I think that it is a good idea to give trial of any kind of free demos, free classes, free mock test and analysis that you're getting. For example, Unacademy has a Champions League exam set that happens every other weekend. So you can give that a try and see what kind of analysis is being provided. There are also multiple batches. The details of everything is in description below, and it will also be posted in the community post. So you can in the community tab, so you can see it there as well. The idea overall is to at least know what is out there. Even if you want to sit at your home, just check out the online website and see what are the courses. Definitely try out my referral code Chavi here. It will benefit you as well. So if you like it, that should be a good way to kind of, find a good mix of being at home and still attending some classes or getting some mentorship if required. Otherwise, let's just get into our next section.
Talking about the resources requirement, I believe that there are a few resources required. One is definitely the you should have plenty of questions to solve so that you can learn about a particular topic, a particular subject very clearly by solving a lot of questions. The second is for mock tests. So firstly, talking about the how you will get so many questions and topic clearance or readiness would be either you can take a coaching institute's study material, you can either get something on correspondence, or you can just probably borrow a correspondence material, purchase it from someone second hand if you want to save money. That is one thing. The good thing is that these materials keep on changing every year, so they will kind of tell you the latest cat questions, they will include those types of questions or topics. They will also include anything that has changed in the cat pattern, that also will be included. The second thing that you can probably take is taking some refreshers like Arun Sharma. So that also consists of a lot of questions, and just take the latest edition so that you have the latest kind of questions that are coming in the CAT exam. These are majorly the major point is that you should have plenty of questions in your hand, so that suppose you are not good in geometry, you should have at least 200 300 questions that you can just solve in geometry and get better at it with practice. That is the aim. The second type of resources, that is the mock test series, that I would advise someone who is doing self study, take at least two mock test series. That will just give you a better idea of how you are progressing. That will also keep you motivated throughout, because you will keep on giving those mock tests and you will keep on getting those scores, so you can track your progress as well. So taking two mock test series makes sense. One of them at least should be something that is given by a lot of people. For example, just maybe time, that is something I took. So taking that might be overall helpful. And yeah, it will just tell you how you are performing in front of a lot of crowd, a lot of students who are giving the exam. So overall, in resources, these are the few things that you need to really take care of before you start your preparation. Now talking about the overall study plan. So starting today, when you are around in say January or the start of the year, till somewhere in November end. So you have almost 11 months, or say that you are busy for a while, you have give or take 10 months with you. Okay. The overall study plan, what we will do is that for all the three sections, the initial 4 months, we will do some kind of preparation for the section. Okay. Now, in that, what I mean, for VARC, you will spend quite a bit of time reading. You can read editorials, you can read novels, books, anything, but you will read a lot. So for VARC, the main practice you need is you have to read. You have to learn new words. Any new word you encounter, you will look up at the meaning. So that is what you are going to do. At least for around 1 hour every single day, you should be reading. So that should be your aim. The second comes LRDI. LRDI preparation and LRDI normal practice is the same. So the best idea is take up those modules or the books or the resources that you have, solve at least 15 to 20 questions of every single topic that is there. Okay, try to solve a higher level of difficulty. If you feel that is too tough for you, you can move on to the lower level of difficulty first. So that is how you will prepare for LRDI. You will have to take every single topic. I have heard from quite a few people that can be leave topics, etc. It's up to you, because LRDI is aptitude. There's no syllabus coverage per se, but it's a better idea to actually cover all the different topics that are there in the modules or the books. Thirdly, for quantitative ability, there's kind of a definite defined syllabus for quant at least. So the preparation for quant section would be that you cover all of these different topics that are there. Again, I would advise you to do at least 20 to 30 questions per topic that is present either in the books that you get from coaching or the books that you have got as refreshers. These are the three critical things that come in the preparation aspect. I want you to spend at least 3 hours every day doing this preparation aspect. So at least 1 hour doing VARC reading, 1 hour doing LRDI questions, 1 hour doing quantitative ability preparation. In quantitative ability, would also like that you try to create a formula sheet of your own, so that will help you in the end when you are revising. Again, in quantitative ability and LRDI both, it's a good idea when you are doing questions, when you're practicing, just mark a few questions which you feel are really interesting or something that is very, very good, very tricky, so that you can, when you want to revise, you can just come back and do these questions. So this is the preparation aspect, guys. This will go on till about 4 or 5 months. So maybe till April end or May end. This is how you will spend around 3 hours every single day. Apart from this, every weekend you should be giving at least one mock test. So whether it is weekend or weekday, every week you should ideally be giving one mock test, and you should be analyzing that particular mock test in 1 or 2 days after you have given it. In case you want to know how to analyze a mock test best, you can watch my video on analyzing mock tests. The link should be there on your screen. And it is essential that you analyze a mock test, because that is how you will identify that you are moving forward. Okay, so these are the things that you should do in your initial 4-5 months. Apart from this, it's a good idea to do at least one sectional test daily. So one day you can do a VARC sectional test, second day you can do LRDI, third day you can do quantitative ability. That would kind of give you 4 to 5 hours of study every day, because you will analyze the sectional test as well, and around 3 to 6 hours for the mock and the analysis that is additional over the week. So this is the overall plan for initial 5 months. After that, your reading decreases. In VARC it will become half an hour you will daily do RCs. For LRDI also, once you have covered all the topics, you will just be doing more sectional tests or revising from previous mocks the questions that you had done wrong. Similarly, for quantitative ability, either you revise the difficult questions that you had marked, or you just revise from the previous mocks that you had given, or you do sectional tests. So that is something that probably you should start in June or July, because there only just a handful of months are remaining. So I think July would be something appropriate when you can actually start all of this revision. The idea of all of this, of the entire study plan, is that you have to be consistent. Okay, so starting today day you can start giving 5 hours for your preparation till May end or June end, and after that you can again keep those 5 hours every single day, and also have some additional hours over the weekend. So that is the broader study plan. Now talking about the daily routine. I know 4 5 hours in general sounds fine, but it does not really happen when we want to study. Also, if you are working, it is possible to kind of maneuver it. You can just do like 2 3 hours every day and do more over the weekends if that is what suits you. I will tell you for a basic, very basic student, what kind of timetable you should be following ideally. So, okay, just let's say that till 1 o'clock you have your college, you have your classes, or you have something or the other that you have to take care of. From 2 to 5 would be one place where I would want you to study. That is 3 hours consistently. Why 3 hours? Is because the CAT exam, even though this year it was for 2 hours, in general it is a 3-hour exam, and I would want you to build that stamina to sit down for 3 hours and actually be studying or have your brain working. So 2 to 5 is in general a good time. In case that doesn't work for you, you can just push it. After that, take a little bit of break, do something else, etc. Around after dinner, 9 to 11 could also be a good time. So that gives you a total of 5 hours. Of course, you can move around these 5 hours somewhere or the other, but just finalize one particular time slot for every single day when you shall be studying. And that ways, your brain becomes accustomed and you will feel that it is easier to focus on the overall topics, and in your head beforehand only that this is the time I will study. So you will ensure that you are not really finding some other tasks for that time. If you are working, guys, my advice is that in morning before going to work, spend around 1 to 2 hours if you can. So I used to give around 8 to 9 or 7 to 9 as per my convenience. Or if it is possible, if you come back by say 6 or 7, you can take 2 hours break and then study 9 to 12. That is a 3-hour slot that you can get. Try to do at least 3 hours even if you are working, at least 2 to 3 hours even if you are working, and then the rest you can do over the weekend. Over the weekend you can find any time to give mock test, and it's better to analyze it the next day. So if you give a mock test on Saturday, you can analyze it on Sunday, and the rest of Saturday you can spend at least 5 hours studying. So that is the way your daily schedule should be like. Now that we have talked about all the tactical things, what are the resources you should purchase or just have, what should be your overall study plan, and what should be your daily plan. Now talking about the one major thing which kind of tells you whether or not your self-study is going to be successful. That major thing is motivation. You really need to be motivated if you are just doing self-study, because no one will push you and say you're not doing a question, you are daydreaming, you're doing this or that, right? So that is why this aspect is the most important if you want to do self-study. Motivation is something, guys, that will come one from your goal. That is there. So if you have a strong goal that I want to do an MBA, and this is the reason why I want to do an MBA, that is why I require to crack this CAT exam and score really well in that. So I require to study right now. So that is a goal driven motivation. The second one is when you kind of start preparing, after a while your motivation dips. This goal driven motivation dips because you don't know whether you are reaching there or not. So this is why the second one is track driven motivation. So just track what you are doing, just see whether you are growing or not overall, how your scores are moving, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. So just ensure that you have these two motivations intact, and these are something that come from yourself. Okay, these will come from within. The third is having someone else to push you for the motivation. Of course, this can be your family, this can be a group of friends who are all together preparing for the CAT exam, but just identify something external as well, so that when these two don't work, you have someone to push you to actually prepare and study. Okay, apart from this, the way that motivation or discipline generally works is that you need to actually plan really well. The way that I told you, have a good study plan, have a daily schedule for yourself. If you have a daily schedule, if you have a daily goal that today I will do VARC, sectional test, today I will read for 30 minutes, I'll read this particular book, I'll solve two topics of LRDI, two topics of quantitative ability. So these are the tasks that you have for the day. And also you have the plan exactly when I will complete these tasks. That is how it will get completed. So it's a combination of having intrinsic motivation, external motivation, your own planning and discipline. That is how you will succeed in preparing for this exam. Self study is a little bit more difficult because if I want to not really do it, no one is going to say me anything, and that is why it's a little bit tougher. And I think that is why, that is where you will know whether or not you have that internal motivation. So if you feel that this goal is really something you want, then you should definitely have that internal motivation. So that is it from my side, guys. I think, of course, you can watch my plenty of videos on the CAT exam, on the VARC section, LRDI, quantitative ability, how to give the exam, what should be your mindset when you are giving the exam, how to analyze mock tests, and a lot more. So just feel free to visit my website and just identify what is the right video for you. Of course, I have a separate playlist, that is CAT preparation and getting into MBA college playlist. You can of course watch that as well. For anything else, you can either connect with me on the multiple social media channels that I have mentioned below. You can visit my website and just book an appointment with me, or you can just join any of my live sessions that I have every weekend, every Saturday 7 p.m. That is my target. So that's it from my side. Good luck if you're doing self-study. It's a great thing. You can do it, you can complete it, you can crack the exam. A lot of people do. So good luck to you guys. Bye bye. I'll see you soon. See you on Saturday 7 p.m. Bye.